Have you ever walked into a room, said almost nothing, and still felt it? That shift in energy, that cold look, that subtle tension. You didn't insult them, you didn't compete, you didn't even try, and yet they decided they don't like you. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes people don't dislike you because you're wrong. They dislike you because you trigger something in them. And most of the time, they don't even realize it. There's a psychological concept called projection. It means people unconsciously assign their insecurities to someone else. If someone feels insecure about their intelligence, confident people irritate them. If someone doubts their ambition, driven people make them uncomfortable. If someone feels invisible, your presence feels threatening. You become a mirror, and not everyone likes what they see in mirrors. There's another concept, status threat. Humans constantly scan for social positioning, confidence, composure, independence, attention from others. Even if you're quiet, especially if you're quiet, silence can feel like power, and power makes insecure people defensive. That defense often shows up as coldness, criticism, passive aggression, instant dislike. Think about school. There was always that one person who did nothing wrong but still got targeted. Why? Because they were different, talented, calm, unbothered. Research in social psychology shows that people who appear self-sufficient are often perceived as less controllable, and humans feel safer around what they can predict and control. If they can't read you, they can't control you, and that makes them uneasy. Sometimes your calm triggers chaos in others. Your growth triggers their stagnation. Your standards trigger their mediocrity. Your silence triggers their need for validation. And instead of self-reflecting, it's easier to say, "I just don't like them." But here's where you must be careful. Not everyone who dislikes you is insecure. Sometimes you are wrong. Sometimes you are arrogant. Sometimes you need growth. But when the dislike is instant, unprovoked, emotionally charged, it usually says more about their inner conflict than your behavior. You cannot shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You cannot dim your presence to protect someone's ego. If they trigger you, ask yourself, are you harmful or are you simply unapologetic? Because those are two very different things, and only one of them requires you to change. If this made you rethink your past interactions, good. That means you're aware, and awareness is power.